So the video is about institutional redefinition and about the breakdown of our political economy that I've witnessed in the last 8 years and that I'm continuing to witness and we're living through. They all come from my perspective. I know that my perspective is a long way from other people's, and I know that my understanding of these institutions is a long way from other people's, and I do not believe that I'm right all the time. The reason it's on record is because up until I was 30, I thought I had the same rights as other people. And since I was 30 and I'm now 40, I've found out that not only does the law not apply to me at all, but that while the law doesn't apply to me, anybody can do what they want to me. And that goes in my personal life, if they want to, because there is no protection for me. And what you see on Twitter is the fact that removal of me from the rule of law basically led to elite institutions terrorizing me. The number of times that major elite institutions have deliberately put me at risk of violence or terrorized me isn't in the single figures. They couldn't cope with even existing in the same digital world as me. And what they demonstrated through the period since 2010 to me is why the rule of law does not apply to me. Like, I know that my perspective is not like other people's, but then I have to see this stuff because what I'm watching is instability, where the only reflex policymakers have is to lash out at people like me, where an entire culture around the Guardian and the Labour Party would rather put me and my daughter at risk of violence than have the law apply to us. It's not abstract, it's real, it's my life. Part of the reason that I'm putting these videos on record is so that if the worst happens, and we do go down the road that Germany went down, because I know who's firmly in the frame as the object that people use, and that's me, and that's my daughter, and that's all the women I know. And I know through personal experience what happens if you discuss the political consensus on this near those institutions. These videos are not made for viewers. If I was going for YouTube viewers, they'd be a lot more interesting. They're about me creating a record just in case that record is needed one day. That people who were subjected to what could happen in this country if we are not allowed democracy, and the Guardian and Labour Party will not allow us democracy. Those videos are a record for the future, in case the worst happens, because I see no potential for change. Now, women standing up right now is exceptionally powerful because lots of institutional redefinition is happening, where actually women just have to stand up and say we exist. And that's happening organically. And that's our best chance, that's my best chance of these videos not being a record. That people knew what was happening before atrocities started occurring. This country is on a knife edge. And all indicators are that those at the heart of power will continue to target me and my daughter and women like us. And that's what these videos are. These videos are not for now, these are not for viewers. These are about making a public record and showing that that public record was kept through the entire 8 years after I found out I'd been pulled out of the rule of law. I have to live with the reality that the law is not allowed to apply to me because of a class of people who I can see on Twitter and will abuse me for even suggesting the law applies to me. Don't want it to, because they have a class identity that they believe democracy shouldn't interfere with. I can't fight that. I'm one person. I'm powerless. I accept how powerless I am, and I accept where I fit in this picture, but that makes the view a lot clearer, and it means that I don't get any of the fucking delusions that everybody else gets about how things could work, because I've just seen that for 8 years I've been dragged out of the rule of law, and nobody's said a fucking thing, and nobody's gonna. At all. So, I'm really sorry if you don't understand my perspective, but I can't alter it for you.